Hi, I'm Jennifer Brown.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Lowry.
This is project number 3, Irrational Thinking and Debilitative Emotion.
Many debilitating feelings come from accepting a number of irrational thoughts, which lead to illogical conclusions and in turn to debilitating feelings. The fallacy of perfection. People who accept the fallacy of perfection believe that a worthwhile communicator should be able to handle every situation with complete confidence and skill. Once you accept the belief that it's desirable and possible to be a perfect communicator, the next step is to assume that people won't appreciate you if you are imperfect. Admitting your mistakes, saying, "I don't know," or expressing feelings of uncertainty seem like social defects when viewed in this manner. It is tempting to try and appear perfect, but the costs are high, and if others ever find you out, they will see you as a phony. Subscribing to the myth of perfection not only can keep others from liking you, but can act as a force to diminish your own self-esteem.
The fallacy of approval. This means that a person needs to be accepted by absolutely everyone. People with this mentality will go to any length to get the approval from others. This can even include self-sacrifice, by putting others' opinions before their own happiness. Many people with this belief will also forget about their own values and principles, and they will do whatever they believe others want them to do. What these actions can do to a person. Feelings of nervousness. That people will disapprove of you even if you do not like that person. It can also lead to apologizing for other people's actions. When a person acts this way, it can also backfire. Instead of gaining others' respect and approval, people may be more inclined to think poorly of a person because they are trying too hard and throwing away their own values and principles. It is important to realize that getting the approval from the entire universe is impossible, but this does not mean we need to live a selfish life. We need to strive for respect from others, but continue putting our own happiness first.
The fallacy of shoulds. The fallacy of should is the inability to distinguish between what is and what should be. You can see the difference by imagining a person who is full of complaints about the world. For example, like someone who says money should grow on trees. Beliefs like these are obviously foolish. However, pleasant wishing may be insisting that the unchanged should be changed won't affect reality one bit. Wishing that things were better is perfectly legitimate, and trying to change them is, of course, a good idea, but it's unreasonable to insist that the world operates just as you want to be or feel cheated when things aren't ideal. Imposing the fallacy of should on you can also lead to unnecessary misery. Psychologist Aaron Beck points out some unrealistic self-imposed should. I should be able to find a quick solution to every problem. I should never feel hurt. I should always be happy and serene.
The fallacy of overgeneralization is comprised of 2 types. Number 1, basing a belief on a limited amount of evidence. Number 2, exaggerating shortcomings. An example of the first type is saying, "I'm so stupid, I can't understand my math homework." But in reality, just because you do not know how to do a few homework problems does not make you stupid. This person is taking that limited shortcoming and using it to represent their whole intelligence. An example of exaggerating shortcomings would be a statement such as, "You're always yelling." This is an overgeneralization because even if a person yells a lot, they are still not always yelling. This person may not take you seriously because they know this is a false statement. A better way to put it could be, sometimes you yell when you talk. If you are trying to get a person to speak softer and use this statement, and they may start to realize that they are often yelling and might take it into consideration to change.
The fallacy of causation. This fallacy is based on the irrational belief that emotions are caused by others rather than by a person's own self-talk. This fallacy plagues people who become overly cautious about communicating because they don't want to cause pain or inconvenience others. It's essential to realize, however, that it's an overstatement to say that you are the one who causes others' feelings. It's more accurate to say that they respond to your behavior with feelings of their own. For example, think of how strange it sounds to suggest that you make others fall in love with you as a result of these actions, whereas others wouldn't. Restricting your communication because of this fallacy of causation can result in 3 types of damaging consequences. First, as a result of your caution, you will often fail to have your own needs met. Secondly, you're likely to begin resenting the person whose behavior you find bothersome. Thirdly, once others find out about your deceptive nature, they will find it difficult to ever know when you were upset with them. The fallacy of causation also operates when we believe that others cause our emotions.
The fallacy of helplessness. This suggests that satisfaction in life is determined by forces beyond our control. When people have this belief, they see themselves as victims. They say they can't do things, but it is mainly because they are afraid to adapt to change and actually attempt to do something. A few examples. There's no way a woman can get ahead in society. It's a man's world, and the best thing I can do is accept it. I was born with a shy personality. I'd like to be more outgoing, but there's nothing I can do about that. These can't statements are actually won't statements. It is not that the task is impossible, it is that the task is difficult and that the person would rather be a victim than to try.
The fallacy of catastrophic expectations. This operates on the assumption that if something bad can happen, it will. For example, if I apply for the job, I won't get it. If I invite people to the party, they probably won't come. Once you start expecting terrible consequences, a self-fulfilling prophecy can lead to build. One study revealed that people who believed that their romantic partners would not change for the better were likely to behave in ways that contributed to the breakup of their relationship. One way to escape the fallacy of catastrophic expectations is to think about the consequences that would follow even if you don't communicate successfully. Keeping in mind the folly of trying to be perfect and of living only for the approval of others. Realize that failing in a given instance usually isn't as bad as it seems. Thanks for watching.